Hi friends, today we are going to learn the how to develop the how to implement the Todo application using the context API and Usereducer. I'm going to use the today code spaces instead of the VS Code. I'm going to use the Git code spaces, GitHub code spaces. For that, first I'm going to create a one repository here. Todo app web. I'm going to create a project of web application develop developing to do app. Make it as a public and add a readme file and create repository. Go to here in the here go to code here, create a code space on the main. It will automatically create your VS Code environment, like it should be like a VS Code environmental only. If you type here node hyphen version, see Node.js is installed with latest version. If you want to change here, you can change capital to do app web application or to do web application. See here to do web application. Here we already Node.js is there. Node hyphen version Node.js is there. If you want to install the here create React application, React Vite. Go to here, click on this and copy that and paste here. Paste here. Okay to proceed. Yes. Project name it is asking. I'm giving my current only. For that, okay, you can give project name also. I'm giving to do context. Select the React. Select the JavaScript here. Why it is okay. First, go to the to do context here. npm install these dependencies. Install dependencies. To the dependencies, it will generate the node underscore modules folder. These dependencies will be installed when these dependencies will be installed. This and these dev dependencies will be installed into the node underscore modules. Next, if you want to Vite application, if you want to install the Tailwind CSS, you can install this one also. Like get started here, go to the framework guides and here this Vite. But I'm using the normal CSS for this. See node underscore modules is generated after this. If you want to run this application, npm run dev. npm run dev, open the browser here. See application is like this. If you click on this, count is increasing. Like if you want to change if you want to do the any modification here, you can see edit src/app.jsx and save to test. If you go to here, I'm remove this and remove this also, go to the src folder, go to the app.jsx. Here welcome to React Context App. After this, see, welcome to React Context App. We're able to see. If you want to in the big lens, use this one. See, welcome to React Context App. First, I'm going to install the, for this, okay, leave that one. First, I'm going to, don't going to install anything. Actually, Context API is predefined, built-in only. First, for this, I'm going to show for, I'm going to, three things we are going to do here. Three things we are going to do. First one is create the context, create context. Second one is first one is create the context, provide the context. Second one is provide the context, and third one is consume the context. Consume the context. Consume context means use context only, like use context. Use context. It may be visibility, like we are going to increase the, go to the settings, go to the here, go to click on this button, go to the click on, in this click on the settings. You are able to see this one. For this here, first one only in the editor, here give the 18, 14 is there previously, give the 18. If you want to increase this terminal also, where the text editor and terminal, click on here terminal, here click on here terminal, integrated font size. Here if you see the terminal integrated font size increases 14 to 16. See, this one is increased. If you want to increase this one to 18. See, increase. If you want to increase this font size to 20, you can increase. See, create context, provide context, and consume context, use context. Here we have did the welcome to React context. It's like somewhat big. We are going to decrease this to, go to the settings, 18, make it as 18. Good, nice. Okay. For that, first in the src folder, create one folder called utils. I'm creating the utils here. In this, create a file called to do context. I'm developing to do. For that, to do's context, to do's context.js, or you can make it as a to do's dot context dot. Okay, leave it as a to do context.js. Here, first import the create context, import create context. Next, create the instance, create the to do context. To do's context equal to create context. Here, make it as a empty array. Next, export default to do context. Export. You can export or you can leave it. Next one, create the provider. To do's provider equal to, is provider is coming from the to do's context.provider. Export this one also here only directly. Next, export, create a one function for use to do's context. use to-do's context. It is a like we have customizing this function from returning, it will returning the use context, use context from use context also from the React only. This will it is React is gives the create context and use context, and here you can pass the in the use context you can pass the to-do's context. Which context? This context, to-do's context. This context you are going to pass here. We have did three things. First one is created the context. Second one is provided created the like first we created the context. Next one is we created the we provided the context. We next we did the use context, like consume the context. For this in the app.jsx, or you can make it as in the main.jss, where the parent you are going to use. In that you can create here. I'm providing here in the app.js only to-do's context, to-do's context, here provide. You can remove these things, which things, these two things. You can remove this one also. You can remove this one also. Here I'm going to create the to-do container. To-do container is coming from the, I'm going to create one folder called components. In these components, create a to-do container. First, to-do container.jsx. In this, I'm going to do the RFCE. Okay, it is not first React from the React to-do container equal to const to-do container equal to to-do container. Next, export default to-do container. This one. Here you can import this. Here import the to-do container. Import to-do container from the ./component/to-do container. If you go to the Vite browser, it is not showing. Somewhere we did mistake. Console, open the console. Context. We have to, I think we have to make sure to provide the some value. Here we have to provide value something. I'm going to provide here something. Render2 is not function. Sorry. We have did big mistake here. See, we have did the big mistake here. Mistake here. To do provider, to do provider. Which one we have to actually here provide here means this one. Copy this and paste here. Apologies for this. This one we have to provide. That's why I'm getting the error. I'm apologizing for this. Here pass you can value or no, not for this not required also. See, to do provider is not defined. I think not imported. Import to-dos provider. See, okay, refresh this. To-do container is visible. To-do container is visible. Here, I'm going to create the Usereducer in the app component. Usereducer for this, Usereducer is coming from the React. In this, we are going to pass the reducer. First value is reducer. If you see the documentation of React use reducer. Use reducer in the React application. Use reducer is a React hook that let you add the reducer to the your component. See, three things we are going to pass. Like one is optional, but we are working on this today. Second one is initializer, and first one is reducer function. Here, where in the code space we are passing initial state. These things. For this, first const create the reducer. In this reducer, things can have the two things. Reducer have the state and action. Two things. In switch case, we are using action dot payload. Sorry, action dot action dot here. What you can call action dot type. Sorry. Action dot type something. Sometimes I'm going to forget these things. For this case, we are working on the like these cases, like add to do, add to do. Here we are going to write the logic for. I'm returning for this. I'm returning state for showing this default. Default is set state. Next one is create the initial state equal to empty. Initial state is equal to empty array. Empty array. This reducer will give the two things. One is the current. If you see here, this reducer will give the two things. One is the current state and dispatcher function. Go to here and is the state. State what we are called to-dos. We can call it as the to-dos also. And the second one is dispatcher function. Dispatch function. Here we are passing like a value, these two things. You can pass one or you can pass two. Or you can pass like a, for this I'm going to create one data equal to to-dos of to-dos. Like this also we can pass, or if we are in the JavaScript like this we can do directly. It will wrote like a in insert in inner internally it will take the to-dos only. Sorry. Only it takes the to-dos column to-dos. If you like pass the function also, we can do like this. Dispatch is equals to dispatch. If you use the separate name and if you use this name, you can use like this. But if you use the same name and this what we call this object name, same means we can pass like this to-dos and to-dos comma dispatch. You can here instead of passing like this, you can pass directly this data. Or you can pass directly this one also, this object also, no problem. But for the understanding purpose, I have did like this. Here, where come to the in the components, I'm going to create one more component called to-dos input or to-do header. To-do header. todo header.jsx, todo header.jsx. Here can break here from you can give the name and to do web application. Web application. Here only you can give, here we can use that. Which one you can use? Go to the in the to do's context. Here you can use this directly. Here copy this one and paste here and call this state. It will contain the two things. It will destructure the two things like to-dos and dispatch. But we want only to-dos. For that only we are using the to-dos dot length we want to show the how many to-dos are there in this. That's why I'm going to to-dos dot length. If you go to here Vite application, why it is not showing? I think in the context, to-dos context, sorry, and where to-do header, to-do container. We are going to import that. Actually, we are going to here to-do header. If you go to the Vite application, it's not defined. Yeah, okay. We have to forget importing. Import use to-dos context from the /util / to-dos context, from where we are importing from to utils folder. We are importing this use to-dos context. This is a different. This is a function for the use context. It will return function for the use context. This is the to-dos context. If you see here, once again refresh this, you are able to see this one is a 0. Not this one. This contains the 0 web application, which is like 0 to-dos. If you want to show 1 by 2 to do, for that I'm going to use a to do list, to do list.jsx. Copy this one, copy to do container, this, and copy this and go to the to do list. Remove this one, remove this one. Here, write h to do list. Go to the container here. You are able to see to do's list, to do list. Here, go to do list. Sorry, we have to change this name also. To do list. Here also to do list. If you come here, I still I think in the to do container we haven't imported. Import to do list from the to do list. If you see here, see you are able to see to do list. Decrease this to 2. Here also 2. See to do list. For this, I'm going to create for the showing the to dos each and every to do dot JSX. to do. This one is each to do. H3 of to do. Here import the to do. Import to do from dot slash to do. See, if you want to delete this one, you can delete this one. To do slash to do. Go to the container here. In the to do list, you can destructure the to dos from the use to dos context. Here, if you want to show this one, we are going to use the map function. To dos slash map to do to do sorry return to do key and value. We are going to pass to do dot id and to do equal to do. You see here, there are zero number of to do. That's why this map is not running. This map function is not running. For that, to do's dot length, to do's dot length equal to 0. I'm going to show no to do's, no to do's found. You're going to show this message. See, no to do's found. First, we are going to implement the to do's import. To do's sorry, we have missed the one more component also. To do input.jsx. From to do container, copy this and go to the to do input, to do container like control D, to do input. Now add these two things and come here where to do container, import that one also. Which one? To do input. Go to the to do input. Two things we are going to here make it. One is input button, text, and input uh, input text and button. Button is like add. Two things we are going to add. Here increase the here we will increase the style component. We are using the normal style padding 4 pixel. See, go to here and it is increase 6 pixel. 6 pixel and border 2 pixel solid and black, or you can make it as a 1 pixel also. add button. If you click on this add button, this to do will be gone. For this, I'm going to create one input comma set input, or you can make it as a content also, or you can take it as any name, text or content. For this, I'm going to create use state empty string input text and style placeholder enter text enter text. If you go to here, enter text. Next value, we are going to give that input and on change of e, or you can make it as the update input. I'm going to create the separate update input separate function. For this, const update input equal to e, it will take the e, set input e dot target dot value. For on click also, we are going to write one here. If you click on here, on click handle submit or add to do. If we click on this one, we are going to add the to do. For that, add const create add to do for this. Add to do. For this, I'm going to create one new to do object or instant. You can call it as object. For this ID, I'm going to create. For this ID, I'm going to make it as a you already know that npm JSX nano ID. I'm going to install the nano ID. Install this one. Is a tiny, secure and URL friendly unique string ID generator for the JavaScript ID generator. This is how can use. First we can install this one, then we can import this and we can create the nano ID function. It will create a one ID. It will generate one ID. First we are going to do our task is install the ID. Clear this and npm install npm I nano ID. Import this nano ID, where here in to do input import the nano ID from nano ID. Close others. For this nano ID function, call this next ID column nano ID next text here or title. You can make it as a title. I'm giving the input to do title completed. First I'm giving the false. Next we are going to use the dispatch function. For the dispatch function, we are going to call the for the dispatch function we are going to call the use to do's context. Use to do's context This will give the two things, but we are going to use one thing only. For that, I am going to destructure the dispatch only. We are going to import use todos context from dot slash YouTube slash todos context here dispatch the action. Here we are going to pass like a action type. Like first is type add to do. Add to do. Like a second one is payload. Payload means this new to do. This new to do. After submitting this, we are going to empty the this set input. We are going to make it as a here. It is not showing. Okay. I got it. Here we terminated the development server npm run dev. Here make it as a public and run this one. Somewhere we did mistake. Actually this is not default, that's why it is showing error. Okay. Open browser. Which one error is coming from? I think nano ID. Try to debug sometimes. Nano ID in npm js dot npm js. Okay. Open this one or go to here and try to do here curly braces. Put curly braces. Open this one. Opened. Okay, got it. If you enter this one, enter something. Lorem ipsum. If you click on here, see we have but no to-dos is found. Why means we dispatched, but we in the logic part we haven't used it. Where we have to write the logic part in the app.jsx here, where in the to-dos add to-dos here we are going to add here write the logic part in the case here dot state, or if you want to make it as a action.payload comma state. The to-dos where to do here we are getting the props like I'm restructuring like a to do where the to-dos list we are passing as a to do as a prop. To do as a prop we are destructuring in the to-dos.jsx like a to do. We are going to show the title. We are going to show to do dot title. We have given here title only. To do input we have given here title only. To do dot title we are, that's why we are using the to do dot title here. If we go to the if you go to here lorem ipsum add to do, lorem ipsum add to do, if you spiderman series add to do. See, one more thing we got. To do input, we are going to increase this to $. Margin 2 pixel to 4 pixel. Increase that to 12 pixel. Okay. Here, comma, rounded corners. Border radius 12 pixel. Okay, you got the rounded corners. It looks like nice. Lorem ipsum add to do Superman powers. Add to do Spider-Man web series. Add to do, we got one by one to do here. 3 things. If see, it is also changing to 3. If you want to use the web application, go line. Add to do, see 4. It is also changing to 4. Next, if you want to here, one more thing we are going to do here. If you want to stage like commit this here, you can commit to do app of input comma container creation. We did commit sync changes. Click on the OK. Click on OK. Come here. Click on as here. Come here in the each and every to do we are going to show here. Input also type is checkbox. Checkbox or check. Okay, but it is showing in the one by one direction. For this, here create a style component. Here display flex gap of 8 pixel. Click on here lorem ipsum but we want items, align items center and justify content center. Come here lorem ipsum, add this one here. See, you are able to see this one. Checkbox, and here do this one more thing. For this, add the style called display flex edit, delete, edit and delete, edit and delete, and a gap of 8 pixel. Here if we click on Spider-Man stories, click on add Superman series, click on add lorem ipsum, click on add. If you click on here this button, where it will show like a strike button. For that, on change, for this on change, dispatch action called toggle to do. Toggle to do. Here for the dispatch, I'm going to import use to do's context. Use to do's context. It will give us the sorry, not array, object destructuring dispatch. It will give dispatch. Here we are going to pass type toggle to do. Type toggle to do and type toggle to do. Payload is payload. We are passing here the ID to do dot ID. Which ID, or we can pass like here also. Directly we can pass ID. Here on change of toggle to do dot ID. We are passing here. Here on click also. First we are going to write the logic, then we are going to see this one. On click, here we are going to app.jsx. Here case toggle to do return. I'm going to write here action, state dot map of each and every to do we are getting, and to do dot id equal to to do dot id equal to do dot which we are going to compare action dot payload, payload, and we are going to modify this to do's comma to do comma completed equal to not of to do dot completed. Then we are going to directly pass the to do. This one is the map we are here how we use and dispatch. Here we can toggle this one. For this toggling, I'm using the here with the dispatch we are going to destructure the to-dos also. Destructure to-dos. Okay, I think to-dos is not required. Here directly we can To-dos is not required. In the to-do itself only there the completed is there. That thing we are going to use here. Styles of how we are going to take that. Uh, text decoration, decoration, text decoration, text decoration, line through. Sorry, text decoration when that completed. Sorry, to do dot completed equal to we are going to do this thing. Line through. Okay, first we are going to see how line through spelling is there. The text decoration line decoration line through in React style. React style. We are going to use text decoration line through. Text decoration line through. If you see here, some add this button. Okay, we are getting. But we want only in the case of to dot completed. In that case only we want this. Other thing we don't want this thing. Lorem ipsum. Click on add button. If we click on this one, it is not changing. To dot completed. On change of to do dot id id it was of to dot completed. Here we're going to debug again. Think once debug id here first. One by one we are going to debug. Then we are going to see. Getting left id. id we are passing. Action dot payload. Payload spelling is right. Toggle to do. I think this one is not matched. Okay, toggle to do. Action. In action maybe. Type is toggle to do. Action is payload. The refresh is not completed. Sorry, guys. We have doing this one thing in here. We are going to do this thing in here. I think inside this bracket we are going to do. I think okay. Once again, Spider-Man series. Spider-Man series. Add this one and click on this. See, line through is come. I'm going to change the text decoration color to white. It will looks like a somewhat different text decoration color to white. Click on here. Now to do is visible and refresh this Superman stories. Add this one and click on here. Changing, not changing. To decoration. I think it is not working. No, this Spider-Man stories are powerful. Click on add. Click on this one. We're able to see this line. Add and we are going to do the edit and delete buttons. For this, I'm going to first remove this these things, these debuggings in the list also. Remove these to dos. It's refreshing, guys, but we have did some more mistake in that. Actually, that to dos is refreshing. We have did the we have mistakenly did hit this here. Here we are going to do the in the dollar curly braces to do dot completed. Here only we are going to do in the curly brace itself only we are going to write the this line through, or if that completed is true, line through, or we are going to leave it with the empty string. In that case only it will go to apply. For this only the error is occurred. The error means that syntax error is occurred, like not syntax error, actually it is not working. That if you click on here it will remove, and if you click on here it will give the line strike and line through. If you click on this, the line through will be gone, like it will be that line through will be deleted. The mistake is here, not debugging skill, not the to do's, only mistake in the logic of writing the to do dot completed and um, In the same curly braces we are going to write, not after this curly braces. And to do's, here we have removed and app.jsx. I'll remove this action also, not required. This is perfect, this is okay. And case, one more case, like to do, like edit to do. For edit to do, return state. For first I'm returning the state, then after completion of the edit we are going to write here on click of here we are going to edit to do. For this we are going to go to edit to do. We are going to pass in, it contains the two things. One is id comma input, new input, or new edited text, edited input. Here two things we are going to pass. How we are going to pass? Like this we are going to pass. Here also id comma edited input, like we just we can take also edited input. For this we are going to first, here I'm going to create the use state variable for checking purpose of is editable state or not. Use state is coming from the React, false. Is editable, is editable, comma set is editable, set is editable, set is editable. For first we are going to check is editable or not. Then we are going to check to do dot completed or not. If the to do dot completed not equal to only to do dot completed not equal only, we are going to proceed with that. Else case we are make it set is editable to true. True means we are going to toggle this one using previous state and out of previous. If to do dot completed is to do dot completed is false, in that case we are going to do we are going to make it as a is editable. First, sorry, sorry, for this, I'm going to set not this thing, dispatch action. Which action we are going to take? First, dispatch the action, type edit, capital letters, edit to do, and edit to do payload we are passing like a, in payload we are passing like a object. First one is id, second one is what is that, text we are passing. Text is like, for that we are going to create one more text comma set text. Text comma set text. Okay. Yeah. And we are going to pass or not required, or directly we can pass edited text, edited input, set edited input, use state of same like use state we are going to take now. Now not I'm going to take empty to do the title. We are going to pass. It contains some data. Here we are going to pass instead of this text edited input. This input we are going to pass. Not required. Actually, it contains the data. This this one we are going to say in the p tag if is editable. In that case only we are going to call this, or otherwise here we want to type text type text and type text. So this we are going to call is set is editable to previous of not of previous of not of previous value edited input and on change of here no need to write a separate function. I'm writing the set edited text is equals to e dot target dot value. I'm writing directly like this. Here I'm going to write change this text also. Save this. How I am going to change is editable is first, then save. You want to save this one. If you see this here, if you click on here, Spider-Man stories add. Oh, we are getting like directly. Okay, in the misplaced false case, in the false case, we are going to do the this thing. See, if you click on yes, is editable. This here also we are going to change. Okay, we are going to do a lot of mistakes, but it will give the some confidence. If you solve that mistakes, it will give some confidence. See, if you click on here edit button, it is not retracting. Okay, ID is not there. We are going to pass todo.id. If you click on here, again, why it is showing like dot ID. Input. Somewhat mistake I have did here. Okay, try to do this to do dot context here, not of to do dot context here, not of to do dot completed, not context, sorry, to do dot completed. First, I'm going to check, then is editable. This is editable only. We are going to go to the dispatch. First, I'm going to make the false. I'm going to try to it should be false. The to do dot completed should be false. In that case only we are going to try to edit according to the this edit. Is editable is true means we are ready to dispatch. Is editable is false means we are going to set is editable to true. Then we are going to change here in the text box, in the here in the edit text box we are going to change. If you click on the save button, if you click on here the save button, uh, this will be gone. This will be go to the dispatch this function, dispatch this item. Then the set editable mean again it's set to false. For that, here go to here Spider-Man series, add here. It is showing that h3s cannot be appear in the description of lot of mistakes we are going to do. Okay, leave it. It is a warning only, not a problem. If you try to edit this, it will show like this. And stories, marvelous, marvelous. And click on the save button. I think we forgot that write the logic of edit, where we have to write this edit logic. Here we are going to write. For this state dot map of each and every to do, we are taking here to do dot id equal to action dot sorry action dot payload dot id of where this one, the dispatch we have did here, this here id comma edited input, this dot to do comma, in this case title action dot payload dot edited input. In this case, this is not, we are passing again to do. It is satisfied this condition. We are changing the title to edited input. Then if that not satisfied, this condition is not satisfied, we are going to use the directly to do only. In this, if we click on here again, marvelous is there here, marvelous. Click on this one. See, Spider-Man series marvelous. Why means we have did the logic for, actually previously we haven't written any logic for edit to do. Second one is delete to do. For this delete to do, same delete to do equal to id coming from function, delete to do function we are going to call, and dispatch, same how we are going to dispatch object type 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 delete to do, type is delete to do, and payload is id. On click delete to do, delete to do, to do dot id, to do dot id, to do dot id, where we are going to dispatch this. Here we are going to write case of delete to do, return state dot filter. Here we are going to use to do of to do dot id not equal to, we are going to filter that not equal to do's. Action dot payload, action dot payload, okay, leave it like this. It will actually filter according to this condition. According to this condition, we already discussed this. Like if to do contains the three to dos, like three to dos, 1, 2, 3. Filter will do that. Compare the id. We have passed the id called. We have passed the payload id called. Second means this id we passed. Actually, like if you write like a id of 1, id of 2, id of 3. This thing we have passed like this. If you want to compare with id of second means second id we are going to filter delete. For this logic is going to filter first one compare. Okay, this is not matched. We are going to uh, we are going to allow to the in the to dos. The second one is matched. Second one is uh, second one is matched. This condition is false. For this, it will not allow us into the state. It will not allow us into the array. And this third one. Third one is not matched. Uh, Third one is not matched means like we have written the reverse case, false case. In this false case, not matched means we are going to allow into the to dos like array. For this, it is allow into the array. It will return the final answer is this id column 1 and id column 3. It will going to return in the form of array. Uh, Automatically, the second to do is deleted. Second to do is deleted. We are going to use so many methods are there like splice also there. You can use that one also, but it is a convenient method for if you go into here Superman stories, add this one and click on here. Superman stories are good movies. If you click on save button here, see Superman stories are good movies is edited. If you click on this, if you suppose this one is not able to give the edit button. If you this is able to edit, if you save this, we can automatically save. Uh, if you want to delete this one, see, it is removed. If you want to delete this one, say no to do field will be lorem ipsum data. If you click on this one, Spider-Man stories add. Spelling we have did mistake. Edit this one, Spider-Man. Save button and delete this one. If you want to delete this one, you can delete. Spider-Man stories are there. That's all, friends. We have did so many things. Here error is like it is a warning only. You can like internal server error, like VS Code error. See, uh, yes, yeah. edit and delete and add to-dos. One more thing we forgot that. One more thing is like here we are going to write in the its head section. Here we are going to write head section. Here we are going to write reset. In the head section, we are going to write reset. For this also, we are going to dispatch one action. Dispatch reset means it will clear the all the to-dos. Dispatch on click of dispatch action called type is reset to do. Type is reset to do. Type is reset to do. In the app.jsx case reset to do. To do only. Return added section. Make it as a style called display flex gap of 12 pixel. So go to the width. The app.jsx we are going to use the init method of not initial init method of initial state. Init method of initial state. We are going to write the init method here for the function init of state. Here we are going to take return state. State we are going to take return state. We are passing this init method. Third thing like init initializing, like we are calling here in the reset, we are calling this init. Here we are can modify this initial state, like some modification of the initial state we can do here. If you don't want to pass the state directly, we can do like here some modification like // state comma here some title. If you initialize some title called reading books and watching TV. Actually, the state will be this init will function will be useful for the when the no to-dos is there. When the no to-dos is there in the your application, we are going to initializing some to-do using this function. title or completed false, or you can make it as a true also. First we can see this with false. See, reading books and watching, if you do the here, do here true, see, this changing, somewhat mistake is there here. Go to here, and where is that to do? To do in this, each and every to do, completed, to do dot completed. You can checked, default checked, like a, we can write like this. Okay, if you see this default checked, click on here, uncheck, just delete. Somewhat glitch like uncheck means it will, uncheck means it will remove, uncheck will be it will remove, check means it will, or you can pass directly checked also, no problem. Checked, checked equal to do dot check, completed. Uncheck, remove, check, delete. Check means completed, uncheck means uncompleted. If you want to add, edit, watching TVs or mobiles, watching mobiles. Save this one, reading books and watching mobiles. If you want to delete this one, no to-dos are found. This state. We are going to use this reset means lorem ipsum reset function, reset data reset. Click on add, and one more, Spider-Man stories are good. Next one, Superman series are powerful. Add this one. If you want to clear these three at a one shot, can use the this one. This one why it is using means in the reset function, where in the reset function, see, if you see in the header, we have called this reset underscore to do. This will dispatch to the this dispatch function. It will call this init of initialize state. See, if you state, we are getting the this initialize state in the uh, passing the argument. This parameter it will takes with dot empty with empty this array. If you don't want to only empty, we want, you can return like a state directly. You can return like a this directly state. This empty. This state means empty only, or like this also you can write. See, once again we are going to try reset this one. See, no to do so there. Ipsum stories, ipsum stories. Add this one. Edit or to do app. Add Superman stories, powerful stories like Superman and Batman. Edit uh, GV is powerful person. Powerful person, add If you click on this button, it is toggled, like it is going to strike line. If you want to edit, it will not allow. If you want to untoggled, unchecked, and try to edit person, full person in industry in Telugu in TMDB, or you can do TMDB. Save this one in TMDB. If you want to delete, you can delete this one, anything, or if you want to delete all things, reset this. It will go into 0. Here, if you see observe 0, it will no to do is found. That's all, friends. That's all. We have completed lot of things. Reset also. Here, come to this. Here we have did add this, and reset also completed. Reset to do completed. Commit and sync the changes and click on OK. OK. This come to here. See, app is there. To do context. To do context app is there. If you see this source file, components and utils. Utils only there we have the to do context. It contains the to do context. We have did create context and provided the context and use the to do context. We have command here. In this we have did the command both Usereducer and context API. We have we have implemented or developed the to do app application. That's all, friends. If you have any doubts, please comment in the below. If you like my content, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.